Hello, Wonder VAs! Magandang hapon po and welcome to our free webinar for today brought to you by Vein Philippines. Hello guys, paramdam nyo naman ang pagmamahal. Heart naman dyan. Hello everyone, my name is Blessy and I'm one of the social media managers here at Vein Philippines and I am with my partner, Clarice. Clarice, hi ka naman.
Hello, good afternoon, guys. Also,
Ay,
SMM here at Vein.
yes, she's the handling the Facebook page, the LinkedIn, Instagram, at yung nare-receive nyo na email, siya yung nagsisend sa inyo na. Ayan. Welcome everyone. Magandang hapon or magandang umaga kung nasa ibang lugar kayo or magandang gabi. Welcome sa ating free webinar for today. Again, this is free. Libre at wala po kayong babayaran. After this webinar ay matututo ka na at may marireceive ka pa na free certificate. So guys, ayun paramdam nyo naman yung heart. Pindutin nyo lang yung react button dyan and welcome po sa 100, ilan na ba tayo? 141 plus na tayo na participants na nandito. And if you want to invite your friends, your colleagues, anyone that you want to learn about e-commerce, ayan nakita nyo naman sa screen namin, or becoming a virtual assistant, aspiring ka, experience ka, feel free to join and send the link to others. Ayan. So before we start, Clarice will discuss the house rules of our webinar.
Ayun, syempre, before we dive into our topic today and to introduce you our speaker, syempre, number one, let's stick lang sa topic ng webinar natin, no bashing or harsh words. And then number two, meron naman tayong Q&A tab for questions. So, normal po na naka-off talaga yung ano natin, chat box. For announcements lang siya. So, also stay tuned pa rin sa ano natin, chat box. Kasi may mga announcements tayo dyan. And then yon, later sa games, gagamitin nyo din yung Q&A tab natin. So, any interaction na gusto ninyong sabihin, just put it on our Q&A tab. And then yun po, paki-rename na lang yung mga names ninyo kasi yun nga para ma-address namin kayo properly and then sa games, manalo din kayo.
Yes.
If ever na kayo talaga yung nakachamba. And then, stay till the end for the attendance and certificate. Hindi namin siya ibibigay ngayong start ng ano natin webinar. Of course, at the end na siya ipa-provides since of course we will discuss the entire webinar natin. And then be patient lang po. We'll send it within the week. Yung certificate, of course, we have to prioritize our applicants. But yun nga po, within the week naman siya sinisend. And then, yung webinar replay, ina-upload naman siya sa YouTube natin every Wednesday. So, check nyo na lang din yung ano namin, YouTube channel. Nandun din lahat ng ibang webinar replays. And then yun, wala tayong FB Live ngayon, no? So, if ever lang, you have anyone to invite to join our webinar, send nyo lang yung link and feel free naman to join our webinar.
Ayan, thank you so much, Clarice, for the house rules. And everyone, again, welcome. And sobrang excited kami ngayon na matuto tayo. And of course, magkaroon ng mga sharing about becoming a VA. And also, yung topic natin ngayon ay napakaganda. Sobrang sikat, di ba? Kita niyo sa screen namin, it's e-commerce. And really talagang isa to sa mga hinahanap ngayon na niche or field of being a VA sa iba't ibang klasing businesses ngayon. Kasi 'di ba, sobrang upgraded na, nag-develop na lahat. Kaya mostly talaga lahat online na eh. Ayan. So, ngayon wag na nating patagalin, i-introduce na natin agad-agad yung speaker for today and sobrang honored kami na kasama natin ngayon ang experts of field of e-commerce and also brand management. Meron din siya field na gano'n na expert. She is, mind you guys, she is an Upwork top-rated freelancer and has been successfully working as an e-commerce virtual assistant and brand manager for over 5 years, grabe, specializing in the fitness and beauty niche. With her wealth of experience, she has helped businesses grow their brands, streamline their operations, and maximize their sales in the competitive e-commerce space. So today, she's here to share valuable insights and actionable tips to help you thrive in this industry. So without further ado, guys, paulan na naman natin ng warm, virtual heart, applause, and wow, ang ating speaker for today, Ma'am Rona Constante. Come on, guys! Heart, heart! Hi, Ma'am Rona!
Hello! Hi, Blessy. Hi, mga ka-VAs. Hello. Good
Ayan.
afternoon.
Yan, welcome. Ang daming heart, ang daming applause. Grabe namang ano yan,
Wow, thank you
pag-welcome.
for the support.
'Di ba? Before we start,
Yeah.
ma'am, baka naman, kasi ang dami dito ngayon, mga aspiring, mga beginners. Baka pwedeng makahingi ng konting kwento. How did you start your, field na to? Paano ko simulan?
Oh, sige. Actually, sa presentation ko siya
Ah,
later.
go, go, go.
Yeah, go. I can share a quick story about. Of course, if you guys know, let me know if nakita niyo na yung screen ko.
Yes.
So, okay, thank you so much. And as for how I started as a freelancer, yeah, ito na yung buong history. Uh, I started way back, actually, it's actually 5 plus years na, way back 2018, as a product researcher and lister for a e-commerce brand agency siya. Primarily Amazon pa rin. For that agency is a US based. And then after that, 2022, I started to revamp more on my Upwork na. And then I'm offering na more on brand management or store management na. So eventually, after a year, I unexpectedly naman top rated na. So that's how I get more clients na. What I see as an advantage kasi when you start off as an agency, there are many trainings na yun nga, ino-offer. That's also what I love during that time. And aside from the trainings that I like, it's more on the connection, of course, as days go by and years, of course, you will know, you will build yourself your skill and also your competence. Of course, malalaman na ng mga clients, 'di ba? May mga prospects na. And then eventually, they can you can offer direct service na rin to direct clients. So, that's the whole journey of, especially the e-commerce naman, sobrang in demand after ng pandemic. And then, syempre, lalo na pag holidays, sa pag Christmas. So, marami pa tayong discuss later on. So, I hope, yeah, you will stick with me, everyone.
Ayan, grabe. Thank you so much, Ma'am Rona. And sobrang excited na po kaming lahat. So, again, the floor is yours. Go on, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Leslie. Okay, so our topic for today is about launching freelance career, becoming virtual e-commerce virtual assistant. First topic is about, excuse me po. First topic is about the role of e-commerce VA, and also we will do spotlight about the two top platforms now for e-commerce VA, which is Amazon and Shopify. And of course, at the end of the session, we will have a bonus on how to get started as an e-commerce VA. So I would give you tips on portfolio building and also freelance platforms that you could utilize or what you put as part of your um, portfolio as a virtual assistant. So let's start with what is an e-commerce. So electronic commerce, as we all know, or internet commerce, it refers for buying and selling goods and services, of course, using the internet. So pag sinabing e-commerce, it's more on buong system na siya. From the supply chain management, ibig sabihin yung sa manufacturing pa lang, nasa planta pa lang siya, typically, and then fulfillment, which we also virtual assistants helping the business owners for it, and also payment processing sa pag may mga customer issues pa rin for payments, and also sa navigation ng software or mga platform ng e-commerce, mga pili natin. As for the types of e-commerce, first one is business to business. Second one is business to consumer, business to government, consumer to business, and consumer to government. So, ito lang naman yung mga major models. So, for example, let's start with a B2C, yung pinaka-common sa lahat. So, it happens when a business sells product, syempre, directly to the consumer. So, which also what we will serve in our e-commerce platform. Even sa Pilipinas, we have lots like Lazada, Shopee, and also, yeah, the TikTok shop eventually. And another platform naman na I will discuss is business to business. So, if selling of products and services to other business. So commonly, ito na yung may mga kinalaman na may collaboration na. Like for example, I'll give you example like ito na yung mga ano na, ang relationship na nila is sa mga dropshipping like wholesaler, binebenta na sa retailer, so business to business na yung usapan. The next is business to government. So commonly, if selling of products to government organization or public agencies, so it really depends on the countries for the how it mandates. Next is the consumer to consumer. So ito naman consumer to consumer is more on individual consumer transaction lang siya. Like for example, as we do have a Facebook Marketplace, 'di ba? Nagpo-post lang tayo kung ano yung ibebenta natin doon and then naghahanap lang tayo sinong buyer kahit kamag-anak natin, kahit friends, etc. And sa US commonly naririnig yung eBay. So may mga option pa to auction sa eBay, 'di ba? And then the fifth one is consumer to business. Ito naman is if the situation is consumers sell goods to services to businesses din. And then another one is consumer to government is ang transaction naman dito is individual consumers to government agencies. So ano nga ba ang pagiging VA? So as I mentioned, is acting by providing support services to our business from remote location. So, ang si e-commerce VA naman, we assist the sellers to manage their online business kahit saan pa man tayo. For example, even as a USC client, sa UK or whatsoever, we are doing their operations from or helping them from the product research supplier sourcing to etc. Later on, we will further discuss the independent a task for, of course, for the e-commerce space. So, bakit nga ba nag-hire ng VA? So, for example, syempre, cost-effective, diba? Like, they save big bucks from overhead costs, syempre, ng mga kaysa sa mga on-site na empleyado. Second one, of course, it saves time. So, we provide them help on the time-consuming tasks such as product listing, order processing, customer service, 'di ba? So, we para ma-free up yung time ni seller or ng business owner, mag-focus na sila talaga more on sa product development and marketing. And third one is more on at least e-commerce VA, there is this expectation that we're also expert in the field, especially on improving the online presence, increasing their sales, and stay ahead of the competition. The fourth one is more on the increase in productivity and efficiency. So, for those who here ng mga nandito, may I know, are you guys, how many years are you a newbie VA? May mga matagal-tagal na ba? What's industry? So, I know before I start. Feel free to type in. So, parang kamustahan lang, taga saan kayo and ano, kamusta na yung PE journey so far? Newbie ba? Or, wow, aspiring, newbie, okay. Okay. Thank you so much for the response. Wow. I hope that you will learn a lot of as days go by as what you prefer, what is your preference field naman din. But I hope that yeah, you will find e-commerce VA as a being an e-commerce VA is a one of the most in trend or in demand. Thank you so much for the responses, guys. So what are the tasks of an e-commerce VA? Proceed na tayo. Thank you. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Number one is more on we help them primarily on product listing and optimization. Second one is inventory management. So, syempre, kadalasan, kahit wala pa tayo dun sa mismong fulfillment center or dun sa planta, we're also tasked to check if we have stocks. So, commonly, tayo yung nag-adjust ng prices and stocks. Third one is order processing and fulfillment in case that there are uh, consumers who has lot of questions. Especially ito nakadugtong niya, customer service and support, of course, even in social media, and even the whatever channels that what the seller has, kahit sa call, kahit sa email. And of course, the fifth one, social media management. Number six is more on the marketing and advertising. There are lots of the people who's also offering services as media buyer or offering as FB ads or PPC analyst for Amazon. And then the last one is for assistance on the analytics and reporting. So, very important pa rin sa e-commerce ang data. So, it measures what is the traffic, ano ba yung commonly sa ang marketing channel na mas in demand, and also what are the trending products that, of course, it implies to the current sales. So, here are the top most important tasks, of course, of an e-commerce VA. Marami pa iba. As I observed throughout the years that I've been with, ito lang naman yung mga e-commerce sites na very in demand. Actually, sa mga na-experience kong clients, dito-dito lang din ako umikot. But the top two most commonly, as you can see, I think I also observed, is sa Amazon and Shopify. So that's why we are more on doing overview about that later on for this discussion. The third one is Etsy. Etsy is a handmade e-commerce sites. So if there are commonly mga print-on-demand yung nandiyan na stores. And as I mentioned, more on handmade. So mga arts yung mga nandyan. Commonly yun yung mga nililist dyan. And Walmart, of course, as you all know, Walmart is a store in US, and they also have a e-commerce platform wherein, of course, they also use the sellers utilize the platform to also sell. So, malaki si Walmart. It's like SM kung sa Pilipinas, ang equivalent. Next is eBay. So, what is different with eBay? eBay is like a retail store. And then, they also have an option para mag-auction ng mga kung ano-ano. So, as I mentioned, it's more on a consumer base to business, consumer to business type of model yung platform niya. Parang Facebook Marketplace naman siya sa Pilipinas if I compare. So let's start with Amazon. So Amazon is the largest online retailer shop in the world. So especially in US. As being an online retailer, Amazon allows individuals to sell their products online on its website. So it's an e-commerce platform. As you can see, bakit siya largest? Because Amazon has stores now in Middle East. So yeah, Amazon even in Dubai, Europe. Actually, yeah, there are even for product research, there are lots of demands then for Europe. Asia, and then Asia Pacific, like Japan, Australia, Singapore, and then America, uh, US, of course, Canada, Mexico, and Brazil. So that's why it's the largest as of the moment. And the what's it's good about Amazon is you can also find clients or work with them. Even the marketplace is for Europe and also in Middle East. Marami na rin naghahanap ng VA for those areas. So there are two types of the fulfillment methods on Amazon. Then the first one is if you heard about FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon, and the second one is the fulfilled by merchant. So we will deep dive about this later on. So let's start with the fulfilled by Amazon. So when we say about fulfilled with Amazon, tayo magbebenta, isi-ship lang ni Amazon. As in talagang literal na ganon. So with FBA, ang mga seller, nag-i-store sila ng products sa Amazon Fulfillment Center. And then from there, Amazon will pick, pack, and ship those products. So, as in, bahala si Amazon, as a VA, we also just put listing and then put Amazon as the shipping channel para sila na yung mag-facilitate ng fulfillment doon. Tapos, ayun naman, how this FBA system works. So, setting up FBA in Amazon account of create product listing, prepare products to ship, and then Amazon will pick back and ship used items as consumers or orders for the products. Next tayo is fulfilled by merchant. Pag sinabing fulfilled by merchant naman, si seller na yung bahala from the manufacturing of the product until to storage, until sa or hanggang sa order fulfillment mismo. So, ang pinaka-common din si fulfilled by merchant kasi syempre mas mura siya on seller perspective since there's no need na magbayad ng storage cost sa Amazon. So, how does FBM work set up? So, for example, Amazon account din, product listing, store, pack, and ship si mismo seller ninyo. And then, si Amazon, ang mangyayari na lang, ang medyo mahigpit siya on this part for MBM merchants, it's because sila na yung si seller na mismo yung may responsibility in case na may late, missing, or damaged arrivals. Dito, critical na yung work ni the e-commerce VA dito kasi kailangan mino-monitor yung shipping as much as possible walang late kasi as per my experience naman kapag medyo may mga leaks prone on Amazon for violations the seller account that the more violations it can of course baka magulat na lang si seller na bakit close, bakit limited na lang or bakit may restriction sa account niya. So, that's commonly ito yung binabantayan din if you're a store manager someday or brand management ito. So Amazon has business models. Like first one is private labeling, second one is retail arbitrage, third is online arbitrage, drop shipping, and wholesale. So we will dig type about this. Hopefully you have notes, Jen. So you could have notes with this business models kasi madalas nakikita niyo to sa mga job description. So at least you have an overview of what you're going to research or what you're going to answer if time comes na may magtatanong sa inyo na client. So what is private labeling? So this involves creating own brand and selling of products under your brand under seller brand. So dito, it's more on mainly ang help needed ng mga seller dito is from sourcing of products from manufacturer and then depende rin sa seller o sa brand ninyo, kayo ng modification para sa differentiation ng brand. So when we speak about modification, so for example, you have a product like a table. For example, work table. 'Di ba as years go by, nag-evolve yung work table. Like ngayon may mga standing desk na. 'Di ba? So when you speak about differentiation is to conceptualize or to build a product that what makes stand out. So, 'di ba, as years go by, especially after ng pandemic, we are more concerned about good postures, ergonomics. So, na-observe yung trend na yun. So, that's the role of the VA commonly, that we observe the trends and from that, we suggest for what additional features that will make the current product of your client stand out. So I hope everyone gets it. Thumbs up naman dyan. So that's what is the role for private labeling. Next tayo is retail arbitrage. When we speak about retail arbitrage, this involves buying of products from physical stores and reselling it to Amazon at a higher price. So ito medyo challenging kapag retail arbitrage naman. When we speak of retail arbitrage, nagsasource ka sa VA, pinagsasource ka ng mga product from the retail stores. For example, Target and Walmart. So, paano siya nagagawa kahit wala ako sa US? Commonly ang ginagawa na lang is nagsa-search ng mga US stores. So, commonly ang mga US stores like Target and Walmart naman, they have websites. So, from there, sinasource yung mga presyo. And then, para ka nagka-canvas ng presyo. And then, pagka-canvas, there are times that there are retail stores naman, even na kahit retail sila, nag-offer ng wholesale price. And then, papa-approve sa client. Pwede na po, kung okay siya dito, and then, nire-resell lang sa Amazon for higher price. So, ganun lang siya how it works. Si online arbitrage naman is more on yung pagso-sourcing naman niya focus talaga sa online retailers. So, I know that you already see this trend, especially after pandemic, the eBay to Amazon flipping. As I've mentioned kanina, 'di ba, si eBay it's more on ang ano siya, kung sa Pilipinas isa siyang Facebook Marketplace eh. Parang 'di ba, nagtatawaran pagkatawad syempre sa auction. Um yung pag nakuha nila yung presyong na ganito, especially for unique items, they do Amazon flipping. Like, binebenta nila sa, pinopost nila sa Amazon para, syempre, ibenta ng mas mataas na presyo. So, commonly, for those VAs who are into online arbitrage, ganun yung ginagawa nila. So, challenging talaga siya mag-source na talaga ng product. More sa kasi siyempre the more that discounted. But actually hindi lang naman sa eBay siya puwede ka mag-sourcing ng mga discounted items like that. You could nung merong pang TikTok shop, puwede rin dun. Another one is, there are times especially dun sa mga artsy na products, marami din sa Pinterest. So, just to give you tips in case that may mapunta eventually sa online arbitrage. Next is dropshipping. Ito na yung pinaka-commonly naririnig. So, with dropshipping kasi, um, i- ang ginagawa naman dito, meron third-party supplier na nag-ship ng product directly to customer. Pero si seller, hindi niya hawak yung inventory sa fulfillment ton. So, for example, this is the concept of the AliExpress. If you kapag may umorder sa Amazon, commonly in-order lang from AliExpress and then shini-ship dun sa Amazon, shini-ship na directly dun sa customer. So, commonly ganyan na yung way. This is applicable especially kapag China to US na yung usapan. At least, the advantage of this, commonly I observe this sa mga niche na mga nasa home industry. So, dito, ang ginagawa ka, hindi na hawak ni seller yung inventory. So, it's more on nakikipag-negotiate na lang talaga sa mga Chinese sellers like sa WeChat, sa sa baka actually another tool is sa Alibaba, meron ding mga WeChat 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 uh WeChat messages, and then from there you can DM mismo yung seller directly. And then from that, there's also mobile and also parang nakikipagtawaran, pero it's directly na from to the wholesale. So may nagtanong, gumagamit po ba ng CRM pag e-commerce VA? As per my experience, depende sa client sa CRM. There are times that they use the CRM as an all-in-one tool. Like for example, sa Hootsuite, at least it's easier nga naman to navigate, to communicate the customer. Especially, pero ito, yung CRM, commonly na to kapag si client medyo marami na siyang brands na hawak. We will tackle it more later as for the tools that commonly e-commerce VA commonly using. So, there are lots of times na yung magka-client ka na there is also lalo na sa beauty niche, like, meron siyang store for the health supplements, meron din siyang store for makeup, meron din siyang store for the for example for the hair products or for the skin products, medyo marami na siyang brands. So commonly doon siya ginagamit para lang at least organize on the how you communicate to customers. Next tayo, eto na. Ano nga ba yung mga services na ino-offer ni Amazon VA? So for the first one is the seller account management. Ito general, what you're doing kapag account management, as in you will check the dashboard for whatever pending tasks. Aside from that, you will also monitor especially the shipments, as I mentioned earlier. Another thing is product research or the product sourcing. Product listing, it can be single or variation products. So pag sinabing variation lang, it can be anything, like it can be a color, it can be sizes, etc. Third one is listing optimization, especially if there is a bulk product or more on listing it. Mamaya meron tayong listing exercise to appreciate your participation later on para mas imagine nyo how to optimize a listing. Like very important to put trendy words, long tail keywords dun nyo siya ma-appreciate. Next is the A plus content management or the EBC or enhanced business content. Later on, I will also discuss it, which is very important for those into graphics. Launching and ranking, it's more on keywords naman siya, related. Competitor analysis, reviews management, image designing, ayun nga, image designing siya for EBC contents, coupons and promotions creations, FBM orders management, creating FBA shipments. So, pag sinabing creation of FBA shipments, you will need also to at least monitor, pag mag-create ka ng mismong shipment slip from the seller management of Amazon for for it to Amazon to fulfill the specific shipping for a specific product. So ganun siya. And then wholesale supplier sourcing, drop shipping assistant, and PPC click or campaign creation or ongoing management ng PPC. When we speak about PPC sa Amazon kasi, ang ads doon, it's commonly pay per click. Pay per click, kapag yung mga sponsored ads, ang binabayad ng seller kay Amazon is pay how many views or how many clicks that the product, yung traffic niya, that the product has. So, commonly ganon. And then, from that, of course, traffic, eventually, it will measures conversion. So, commonly ganun yung usapan naman kapag kay Amazon. How many clicks. Si Facebook kasi, ang difference niya, Facebook is more on sa views eh. How many yung nakakita? Eh, yung views, especially, di ba, kapag konting, yung views sa Facebook, bilang na yun, kahit yung konting swipe lang natin, bigla siya nagpakita sa homepage, ganun yung difference niya. But si Amazon nga, it's per click on the listing. So here are the sample VA tools for Amazon. We have Helium, Jungle Scout, Keepa, Viral Launch. So most commonly asked about me about these tools. Yes, you will definitely adjust for whatever the client has as for the tools. But the common thing for these tools is they being used to find a product. Second is check its demand. So pag sinabing check its demand, it's more on to check if the product is trending. There's an indicator later on, ikikwento ko, parang graph lang siya na if it's really, when we speak about evergreen, the product is trending for what are, it's not specifically trending or it can be used for any season. So for example sa US, kahit taglamig, tag-ulan, tag-yellow spring, pwede yung product na yon. So hindi pwede masyadong seasonal na product kapag Amazon. Kasi syempre, pinagbabayad ko FBA is yung business owner, nagbabayad pa tayo ng storage fees. Third one is monthly revenue. As for monthly revenue naman is more on to check if it's really sellable. Fourth one is competitor analysis. Ayun nga, pinaliwanag ko yun yung konsepto ng competitor analysis. It's really to answer what makes your product angat from the lahat. So, fifth one is the calculation of profit. When we speak about the profit is minus of course the fees, the Amazon fees like storage, fulfillment, etc. Kung kumikita yung product na yon if in every sale. And of course, detailed report. I will give you a sample on the next slide. So ito yung pinakaunang email, of course, to share na rin. Ito na yung karugtong ng how I started sa e-commerce VA. If you see my screen, this is a sample task from a client. Of course, as you can see, it's way back 2019 pa. Ayan. So, for the first research ko daw that time, si client daw, he will be working for a toy or facial or lawn garden category. The client wants a simple research with two ideas that has high demand and low competition. and not more than 100 reviews for a selected keyword. The research should be in the US market. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan pumunta sa Amazon.com. But actually, based from my experience sa product research, the US naman yung medyo easier. The struggle lang talaga kapag medyo Europe yung client is you need to deal with the language, especially kapag German, kasi ang listing talaga nila in German language, for example, or in other parts, it's more on, may pagka medyo uh, Greek, etc. So, you have a pretty simple task to attention analysis and dito naman in-onboard talaga nila ako about the methodologies. So, for example, sa mga methodologies is on how to properly search a product. Commonly, yung nabigay na sa akin na tips dito is not, hindi lang ka dapat masyado depende sa tools. You can also do search as well in social media. Utilize the other avenues like for example, Facebook and YouTube that time. Syempre, hindi pa naman TikTok masyado nun. 2019 pa yan. So, para makita ko ano yung trend o kung ano yung mga trends for specific category. Kasi kadalasan, yun yung mga, ayun nga, nakikita mo agad yung trending doon. Mag-search ka lang easily ng top 10 products for top 10 trending products. Lumalabas na yun, di ba? So, ayun, nakakakuha ng unique product ideas from it. And then, yeah, sinabi lang naman yung first working date ko. So, ano yung sample na deliverable ko dito? Sabi niya is toys or piso loan category. Ang nasubmit ko sa kanya that time is a mason jar. Mini mason jar. So, ito yung itsura ng Jungle Scout. Jungle Scout yung binigay niya sa akin tool. As you can see sa Jungle Scout, yung average monthly sales daw, tinuro din niya sa akin na at least daw 400 plus daw. So, ito, 400 plus. And then, si average, wala naman sa akin sinabi about price. And then, as for the reviews, ayun nga, around 100 ang usapan, diba? So, ito yung example ko. Mason jar. Ganito pa siya nun. And as you can see, ang maganda dito, kahit yung um, ibang products dun about mason jar, ang mga revenue nila, it's umaabot na ng 20K pataas for some for some sellers. And then when we speak about here, if you can see this graph, this is from Google Trends. So this is how commonly to find if it's evergreen. Parang sineset lang for a year. And then as you can see, there is a graph indicator that the product is at least thriving naman in any seasons. So, ganun siya. Hindi naman ang example na siguro linya kapag hindi siya, o kapag ang sa product seasonal, yung medyo malakas yung pataas yung ganito, taas, baba niya. But for this type of product naman, hindi. So, actually, approve siya eventually, yung mason jar na yan. So, nakwento ko na siya kasi ngayon, si mason jar, common yun si mason jar. Kung marami na gumagamit ng mason jar. But kung 2019, kung ginagamit pa si mason jar for canning, etc. Kahit sa mga laruan na mga maliliit, yung mga cases, nabasa ko kasi noon, nagtitrend yung mga cases noon sa Amerika. Nalimutan ko na tawag doon sa cases eh. Ayun. So, kayo naman, I have this listing creating activity. So, imagine, you have a seller na ang product line niya is about pillow, mattress, etc. So imagine you see this listing. Ang image ng listing niya, pillow lang na ganyan. And then there is no any other lifestyle images shows in this pillow. Ang bullet points niya ng listing na yan, sabi soft material, good for sleeping, nice pillow, large size, and can use in bed. Yung description as in ganyan lang. This is the pillow. It is very soft. You will like it. It is big. Buy it now. And then yung keywords lang niya is pillow, bed, sleep. Pwede nyo akong sabayan actually. Mag-comment na rin kayo. Ano yung tingin nyo na ano yung mai-improve natin for this listing? Kahit sa Philippine perspective, diba, bibili nyo ba yan kung ganito lang yung listing nun? Ano yung ina-imagine nyo na dapat, makikita nyo dapat sa listing para siya mabili? Like for example, kailangan ba maraming angle ng una? Ano yung gusto ng una na feature na makikita nyo? And then, sa description ba at sa bullet bullet points, uh, ano yung ine-expect nyo na feature ng isang pillow, 'di ba? I know that you have ideas. So for example, in critiquing a listing, you can also chat down in comments kung ano yung nasa isip niyo, ano yung mga rooms for improvement ng listing na yun. What I thought is more on the missing on key details. Like for example, there should be details about the material, size, specific features. So kung memory pillow ba siya, etc. Ano yung dimension ng pillow, ano ba itsura, anong shape ng pillow. So as observed, there are lack of keywords. And then as for the images, of course, images should be enhanced. Hindi pwedeng ganun ka-blurry. There are missing lifestyle images. And the pillow does not show any other angles. Commonly used sa mga pictures sa Amazon, pinaka-importante pa rin yung lifestyle images, how the product is being used. And for example, as much as possible, yung maraming angles. Kung pillow siya, at least yung may angle siya na medyo top, pinapakita yung gano'ng kakapal, etc. Ganon. So, as for the bullet points, masyadong vague yung soft material, di ba? And then, kulang din siya sa mga benefit-driven language like why is it good for sleeping? As you can see also, poor grammar and sentence structure observed. And then of course, missing key feature like kung washable ba siya, ano yung fill type niya, cotton ba, etc. So as for the description, extremely short and engaging. No details about the pillow features and benefits, and the use of repetitive and professional language. The keywords naman, as you observe, very limited and generic, short-term words lang, and specific keywords, and does not include the alternative search terms. Eto, alam na tong commercial na to. Yung sa Emma Sleep Wine Test. So, how they commonly, katulad nung sa pillow, and sa mga mattress, paano sila nag-a-attract yung Emma by that time? Di ba maraming influencers sa top? Katulad nga to na Small Loud eh. They're doing wine tests. So it's part of how it make a product engaging. Ito nga yung sinasabi ko na paano maging stand out yung product mo from all. 'Di ba aside from that, si Emma Slip nun, nagbibigay din siya ng free shipping and knowing na bulky si mattress. So, it's an example. Saka, ang dami yung type na top talaga ng influencers that time. So, for as case of a pillow, 'di ba? Paano mo ipopromote si pillow? Kasi siguro kung memory pillow, 'di ba? At least more on um how big is the pillow, how it is helpful for your sleep, talagang ultra soft ba? Talagang medyo flashy, 'di ba? And then it's very good for kids, especially hypoallergenic. So commonly, it's more on how to um, highlight the features of the product. So this is an example of a good listing. When we speak about any angle, every angle of the product, it's like this. So you can also add the labels here and also like that. So dito, ang sample long tail keywords na is cooling pillow for hot sleepers, bed pillow for the queen size, ayun, nakalagay na yung size, adjustable to a memory foam, medium to firm pillows for back, stomach, and side sleepers. And the cover is washable. So ito, as you can see, the product features commonly highlighted like this. So this is very good for product listers kung I think if you have good energy at for the write-ups, it's a good career for you. Marami na rin akong kilala na na they are very in demand product listers. It's because it's because how of the writings. As you can see, for this, even it's not enough na you will just highlight that the pillow is soft. It's more on you, ang binibenta mo dito is yung emotion, like for example of what they are looking forward that or what they're going to experience when they buy this. So experience the ultimate sleep. It's a perfect blend of firmness and softness, diba? Very long lasting for the neck pain. So you will the key for the every writing as I've experienced is more on the emotions. Emotions really converts. So you will highlight. It is how to properly highlight the experience in every product listing. Yan. So, syempre, commonly, there is also in Amazon, you need to fill out some of the very important details depending on the product category, like the fill material, for example, for this pillow, the type of a pillow, the color, size, and brand. So, common naman siya if pillow yung product sa Amazon, requirement na kailangan i-fill out yan. And then this is what we call EBC or the enhanced brand content or the A plus content. This is the feature that allows registered brand sellers to enhance the product and detail pages with rich media like images, video, and enhanced text. So, for example, ito na siya. Kahit sa Pilipinas, we also have EBC content kapag nagbabasa kayo sa Lazada commonly na mga listing. Di ba, hindi naman tayo nabili na lalo na pag wala pang masyadong reviews. And then, ang listing niya, parang halatang-halata mong bago kasi wala pa siyang enhanced listing sa baba. So, commonly, this is the example of enhanced listing. Um, Ito yung example na you need to ipakita yung different angles at as much as possible and how how the customer will benefit from the product. So we have a listing exercise here. I appreciate your comments. As you can see, ito naman, may trust talaga. So imagine you see this listing, no lifestyle images showing the pillow in use. It's blurry photo, um, and the bullets points is only mattress soft for sleeping big and buy now. And description is mattress is good, of course, soft and you can sleep it and you should get it. And the back end keywords is only bed, sleep, and soft. So I think sa ating mga ka-VA dyan, ano yung masasabi nyo for the mattress? For the mattress, ano yung i-improve natin? Oy, may natanong, are these images provided by client? There are times that as a store manager, kadalasan, they are highlighting project management skills. Kadalasan meron ding katandem na graphic artist. So the role that you have to do is you specify ano yung ipapagawa mo kay graphic artist. Like, for example, I want to have this description, find an images that it can highlight best for the products. Commonly kasi ang pinoprovide ni client talaga is more on yung mismong product, but the graphic itself, you have a partner graphic artist and then ikaw din yung mag-i-instruction sa kanya. Ano yung paano siya paano niya i-enhance yung photo, 'di ba? So more on ganun siya. There are a lot of times din ganun yung mga nakakatrabaho ko. Picture, yeah, dahil ang images used. Okay. Sa description, ano pa yung i-enhance natin? Okay. Actually ngayon ko lang nababasa. Ang dami palang quotes yun dun sa Pillow kanina. Very bland, specific, catchy. Yeah, it's all correct. Okay, I also received this question. May subscription po ba mga VA tools? There is a subscription, but commonly it is sponsored by your client. Sila na yun naman na magbabayad for it. But as I mentioned kanina, yung mga tools na pinakita ko like Jungle Scout, Helium, etc., they are provided, but they have commonly, halos pare-pareho lang sila ng feature. They will suggest a product, etc. And then, nandun na rin yung mga cost niya and how it is trending for the specific category. And then maghahanap ka. And then as the rule is you have to study as a VA, you have to study those tools for whatever the tools that your client has. Details about the mattress showing the features and benefits. Kayo na, sige. Okay, from that, siguro I think may pa-game ba? Siguro, uh, let's have a, ano lang, quick game. Kayo, as someone, for anyone who can type, how are you going? Ikaw na yung, as a product lister, ano yung ilalagay nyo na description or a bullet point for this matrix? Wow, see, pwede. Thank you, Jocelyn. Suki White Pearl Matrix large area covered. But actually, you need, I think sa mga sizes ng matrix, diba, the king size, queen size, single, ganun, yung more on sa matrix. So we need to consider as well what is the size specification depending on the selling. So yun, quick tip lang. Ayun. So thank you for your feedbacks. Wow, size and silky and cottony. Ayun. Okay, thank you so much for the for the feedbacks. Kayo naman, I think we only have minutes pa for questions. Iba pa ba kayong questions? Well, yeah, bullet points, good bullet points. Premium foam mattress, ultimate comfort. Perfect for all sleeping positions. Yeah, very good. Thank you so much. Yeah, twin full queen king. Yeah, any questions as for the Amazon for the first part?
Ayan. Ma'am, how about we continue the Q&A part after the game para tuloy-tuloy yung ating question part, Q&A part.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ayan, so magka-quick break muna tayo, like a short break our game, and then magsi-CR break muna si Ma'am Ron and water break as well. Kasi ayan, nakakahingal din naman talaga mag-discuss. Pa-heart naman, bigyan naman natin ng heart si Ma'am Rona. Ayan guys, so ngayon tayo po ay magkakaroon ng short game, short break para sa mga parang activity na rin natin. Yan, congratulations everyone! At ayan, sana naman ay nagising-gising ang ating mga dugo. I know nakikinig kayo ng mabuti sa ating topic for today. Ngayon ay babalik na tayo sa topic or yung questions na tayo, no? Questions part na
Yes,
tayo,
question.
Ma'am Rona. Ayun.
Yeah, question and answer. Hello, guys.
Ayan. Kung may questions kayo guys, i-type in nyo lang sa Q&A tab at sasagutin po yan lahat ng ating speaker. Guys, let's take this opportunity kasi minsan lang to. Tas libre pa, o 'di ba? Saan ka nakakita ng libreng ano? Libreng webinar. So, Ma'am Rona, may nakikita ka na bang questions or gusto mong balikan na tanong?
Wala pa actually. Wow, thank you so much for the comments. I really really happy for the new knowledge. Wow, thank you. Wait, lang first question. Ano ang pinaka-difficult part na role and how do you overcome? As for the role that as for e-commerce P, it's more on I think dealing talaga with Chinese suppliers.
Ayun.
Makaka-relate kayo kung bakit. Kasi ano, di ba yung pagsabi ko pala ng WeChat kanina, yung mga ano, it's because, number one, there are times that there are lots of syempre, language barrier.
Yes.
At syempre, another thing is, for example, there could be issues dahil nga language barrier, yung requirements, nagkakagulo kayo sa size, katulad ng kayo ng mattress, di ba? Iba pa lang size yung pinadala. May mga ganong issues. And but at the end of the day, it's more on ang commonly na experience ko, they have ano naman, meron na silang suking supplier. Yun, isa
Mm.
palang tip yun. Meron naman silang suking supplier. Kadalasan, meron na talagang list na ano yung gusto, ano yung ipapadala. So, there are times that another thing that to resolve those misunderstanding, it's more on hanggat maaari, bago nyo na siya, isolve nyo na siya, bago pa siya ipadala, bago kayo magbayad ng ship na. Kasi
Mm.
sayang yung pera. Yun,
Tama.
yun yung mga commonly. As for, I think for the newbie naman, ano yung pinaka-difficult part on client sourcing? Syempre, yung sinabi ko kanina, noong una, na-overwhelm din ako dun sa mga terminologies. Yung katulad pinakita ko yung mga business models. Like
Mm.
arbitrage, private labels. But those are the very common. Especially on the dropshipping. Yun yung mga pinaka-commonly, yung five na yung minention ko kanina. Yun na yung pinaka-common na nakikita niyo sa job descriptions.
Mm.
So, I hope that you have, that's why I highlighted earlier, you should have a pen and paper now
Mm.
for you to take note of those types. So, ayun. Thank you so much. Do you have a Facebook profile to follow? Yes, I will share my usernames for every my social media profiles.
Yan.
Okay. Ano pang questions natin?
Ito ma'am from Claire. Sabi niya, where to look for suppliers? May tools po ba where to find the list of suppliers? Sabi ni Ma'am Claire.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Claire. It's more on, there are different suppliers talaga. Depende sa client. There are times that sa China, pag China, Alibaba.com. Pero kapag retail, it's AliExpress.
Mm.
.com. So, for example, how do I find? More on to pinaka-challenging sa mga arbitrage sa US.
Mm.
So, how do I find? It's more on kailangan mag-check ka talaga ng iba't ibang websites and Google My Business.
Mm.
Sa mga mag-arbitrage dyan, Google My Business, ano pa bang tools? Social media. And then find the specific for your niche. For example, brick and mortar. Check mo sa Google My Business, ano yung pang near for that area. For example, if your client is in Florida, ano yung malapit na brick and mortar business around doon. And then you can check for retailer na malapit sa kanya. And then commonly, as for negotiation naman ng price, etc., sila na yung nag-negotiate. More on, ang help needed sa VA, more on sa sourcing ng mga supplier. So you could provide your client a list of suppliers. And then, if may na-provide naman sa'yo na price, initially, you could tell the client. So, okay, next question tayo. Ito, nakita ko
Ayan.
na. Ano pong qualification ang useful na hinahanap? Kapag walang experience, I'll tell you a story later on. But it's more on, you need to, at least, hindi ka necessarily na wala kang job experience. It's more on the skill that you need to enhance first. As for how are you going to enhance it, I can suggest you three options to start with. Mamaya mapag-uusapan natin yung sa bonus item. Yun nga, may bonus topic tayo yung give about sa profile building.
Ayun,
Is it
exciting.
is it affiliate considered dropshipping, right? Yeah. When we I think ang different kasi sa affiliate, meron kang commission.
Mm.
Tama? Even in Philippines, Lazada, Shopee, may commission ka. Si dropshipping kasi, it's more on hawak mo yung benta and you're also buying that to AliExpress, and then ikaw lang yung nagsasabi sa kanya na dali mo na to directly dun sa customer. Yun yung difference. Si affiliate, commission lang siya.
Yan. Ma'am, sorry to cut you off. I just want to ask,
Ako,
tapos naman na po yung presentation or meron pa tayong i-discuss?
pwede tayo mag-discuss. Actually, sa konti na lang yung about sa Shopify, and then jump na tayo sa for another one hour session.
Na
1 hour
Q&A part.
session for Shopify Shopify na lang noonte, and then yung
Ayan.
profile building na.
Ayan, how about we
I think
continue
everyone
the...
is interested.
Yeah, and then after that, let's do the Q&A, ma'am. Is it okay?
Okay, sige. Tuloy
Ayan.
na natin. Okay, thank you, Palis na lang. Thank you so
Let's
much.
go. Sige
Tuloy
po.
na natin.
Share your screen na, ma'am. Thank you po. Sobrang interested
Okay.
na sila, talagang type na sila lahat ng questions diyan.
Oo nga, baka humaba pa eh. Thank you so much, Leslie.
Alright, thank you.
Okay. So let's start with Shopify. Shopify is a leading e-commerce platform naman that allow anyone to create or manage an online store. So the difference is, see, Amazon, it's already a platform like Lazada. It's a marketplace. Si Shopify naman, it's commonly a website, and then you can set the own branding to your website for that specific website. So it provides, of course, all the tools needed for selling products, services online, website creation to payment processing and shipping. And commonly implements Shopify from startups to large enterprise. It is because, ayun nga, since website na siya for your own brand, customized na syempre yung pwede mong mailagay. And syempre, yung mga products na malilista dito for Shopify, it's already their products na. So that's the difference. And then, commonly, as for the items on how it works, the first thing that whenever setting up a store in Shopify is the domain name. So, commonly, ang pinaka ginagamit ng mga users ngayon, it's yung kailangan talaga, when you conceptualize a brand, it's easy to read, and then as much as possible, available pa sa .com. When we speak of domain name, it's more on a lot in website. Parang may lote ka, nakapangal na sa'yo. So, for example, you have ronacconstante.com or any brand na mag-e-end sa .com. So, yun na yung mga commonly ginagamit for Shopify. So, what items that can be sold? It commonly physical products, digital products, and services. So, pwede rin digital. Like, for example, on top of the physical products, nagsasell din ng mga virtual GCs ngayon or even tickets. For example, as for what else, it's memberships, ticket experiences or online classes, ganun. Yeah, kaya may mga tickets pwede din. Kasi for example, sa beauty niche ngayon, what I observe, hindi lang siya basta physical products na shampoo or makeup lang. There are times that we are also offering even brand events. And then the customers are looking forward na umattend din for on-site events. For example, there are also my client also sharing tips about braids or mga curling tips, ganun. Yeah, so that's why it's very important na ngayon kaya may Shopify na rin is more on they could do branding specifically. Kasi si Amazon ano lang naman more on benta ng product physically. At least on Shopify, since they also has their own website, they can it can be versatile na for their own brand. So that's the common difference kung bakit nagba-branch out na yung ibang brand na to Shopify. So other things na pwede ibenta, digital products I've mentioned. Iba nakita ko nagbebenta rin ng mga presets, commonly sa mga photographers or even yung mga clothing patterns sa mga print on demands. Pwede rin namang services and consultations for example sa in-person kahit in-person consultation, mga life coach, commonly sa mga into fitness niche. Then memberships, na-experience ko personally sa mga kasi dati naging PA din ako for a yoga. So, merong mga subscription, yung ibang client ko, they offer yung subscription boxes eh. So, when we speak about subscription boxes, they are offering, for example, na worn out yung yoga mat. After how many months, they can offer another subscription for another yoga mat. Tapos, naman, bagong color, or bagong, etc., bagong texture, ganun. And then they can also collaborate with yoga studio owners para sa mga memberships. And then, ayun nga, ticketed experience, mga exclusive brand events, etc. And as well as the classes and lessons. So this more commonly sa mga books naman yung binebenta. And of course rentals. So that are the key components naman of uh out of the Shopify store. The first one is the front end, which includes the team, design, user experience, and the back end, the products, orders, customer settings, and the Shopify App Store, which contains the applications and the integrations. So ang dito naman, kaya siya may Shopify App Store, it contains the apps, the applications na sinistik siya for store para mag-function. For example, yung mga reviews, fulfillment, isa pa sa pinaka-common na sinisync yung mga para sa mga product pages para ma-customize. So, yun yung mga commonly. And then later on, I will discuss, of course, those tools, isa-isa, ano ba yung mga pinaka-nilalagay or requirement. Next is the Shopify BA services. So, what are the commonly services? First one is the product management, ayun nga, optimizing din ng product description and images, managing inventory. The next is order management. So when we speak about order management, processing and fulfilling of orders, handling customer inquiries and returns, customer service, ito naman responding to customer emails, and then store optimization, which includes basic SEO tasks like keyword research, they use in Google Keywords, meta descriptions, team customizations, kaya nakita nyo rin yung mga description ng Shopify developers. And then app installation and configuration. And the next is marketing support for social media scheduling, email marketing tasks, analytics report, and the data entry. Commonly sa mga paglalagay ng mga product data para dun sa mga malalaking stores. So what are the key tools of the Shopify BAs? On the right side, you see the admin panel. So ito yung mga commonly na binibigay na access sa isang Shopify BA. Like commonly, VA has visibility for orders, products, contents. Yan, kita naman. Yung finance, depende sa usapan. Pero ang visible lang sabihin na finance, commonly yung mga payment channels. Like, for example, Apple Pay, etc., and then cards. Depende sa usapan with client mo. And then analytics are just reports for about traffic, sales, etc. And then of course marketing tools. So marketing tools be like ano ba yung mga marketing channels like Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, saan galing commonly yung traffic. And then as for the Shopify apps, as you can see, it contains the apps essential for the product management, customer service, and marketing. So what are the relevant, as I mentioned, is more on related with the email marketing, inventory, and shipping and reviews management. So ito naman, for those in drop shipping, the commonly used extensions are Overflow and Asify. Asify, as you can see, as what also since nakikita rin yung trends, evergreen, yung product, and at saan yung mga sales ito, saka yung data about the pricing. So that's the common thing. So those extensions are being used to to easily import the products from AliExpress to your own stores, to your own store. For print on demand naman, they commonly utilizing Printify and Spot. So when we speak of print on demand, para din siya drop shipping. Like for Printify, there are selected suppliers in Printify. Then then ang ginagawa, si Printify, tina-download niya, sinisync niya yung products dun sa Printify application mismo, and then tina-transfer niya sa mismong Shopify store kung ano yung mapili ng seller. And then, ayun yung ginagamit for print on demand. When we speak of print on demand, syempre, hindi rin hawak ng mismo seller yung inventory. Ang mangyayari, kapag may nag-order sa shop, si seller, ini-inform lang si Printify na ito yung order, ito yung specification, and then kung sino yung supplier sa Printify nung seller, siya na yung magpa-process ng order na yun, and then directly na pinapadala na sa customer. So, ganun yung difference siya. It's more on the another white label tactics. As for the communications naman, commonly ang pinaka-ginagamit for email marketing sa e-commerce is Klaviyo. So, as if you will dig dive about email marketing, you will learn more about setting up workflows, doing automations, setting up email sequence, eventually. So, these are the common things that you must learn. And then, of course, chat tools. Ngayon, uso na yung mga chatbots sa e-commerce para syempre, you need to set up chatbot in accordance with your industry and also in accordance sa ano yung mga common concerns ng customer ninyo. Second one, of course, is image editing tools such as Canva for basic graphic editing and, of course, designing, especially ng mga banners, etc. And then for the keyword research tool, yun nga, na-mention ko na pinaka-ginagamit Google Keyword Planner kasi of course, it's free. But if for others who are also really expert na sa SEO, baka may mga experience na dito, I think you are also familiar na with SEMrush, etc. Okay, so this is a sample environment in a Shopify online store. So for example, the seller has following online items, shoes, dress, etc. And then they have corresponding partners for packing, shipping, for their store name. And then as for how it works, like for example, ikaw as a VA or may other pa VA, you are primarily working for the activities of this online store. For example, assigned ako for supplier sourcing to order fulfillment. I also have the other PA who is also work for the marketing and promotions. And then primarily your store operates in California. So dito ang ginagawa na lang parang sa business location niya, California, pero ang ginagawa na lang, actually, as per my experience, ang ginagawa na lang dun, sa mismong store location, kung hindi nandun yung pinaka-warehouse, nandun yung, andun yung fulfillment. Pero depende na yun sa client. And then, yung neighbor, ano yung mga target, nasaan ba yung location ng mga target consumers to ng product na yun. So that's a common environment for a Shopify store. As for the best practices, whenever you are editing a team, don't forget to always duplicate for those in Shopify development. Second one, when choosing a team, look for a team that suits for the business. Like for example, pwede ka na rin mag-competitor research like ano yung mga itsura ng mga website ng mga competitors ng ng industry ng seller mo. And then next is team editing. Edit your store's color, typography, icons, and cart in reference with the branding. So as for the sections, add syempre importante yung letter logo, action bar, and collection list. And then sa web designing naman, as long as it is simple, easy to navigate, and friendly. So commonly dito, dapat nakalabas yung collections, nasa gitna yung, effective ngayon, nasa gitna yung logo. And then as much as possible, hindi yung kalat-kalat yung mga yung mga buttons for USP, like ang daming shop now. At least, yung mga shop now na yun, kesa slideshow, yung nasa gitna ng website, nasa gitna yung mga shop now or ano yung mga call to action ng isang online store. So later on, we will do random site audit for a product. You can also join me. Like I know that you have also access with your chat and just check also the website and then I would like to know your thoughts. And then the product details, commonly for copywriting, product details is somehow related also on how listing to in Amazon. Of course, it should be not just very vague. Dapat yung descriptions na it will relate to customer experience. As for the marketing techniques, commonly they use, of course, na Facebook, Pinterest, X, which Twitter before. So the advantage is, for example, for some business models, there is low overhead costs with it. There is no, you don't need to hold inventory or incur shipping costs so much, since commonly for drop shipping. And then, and for those who experience extreme high profit margin, there's no recurring cost of goods, so you retain the profits for the for every sales, for actually the majority. And then for the potential to automate, due to the evolution of chatbots, etc., all their orders can be delivered instantly. Like, hindi ka masyado hands-on sa fulfillment. And then another technique is you should build the product that is very flexible. Like, it's very essential to build now your email list, monthly paid subscriptions. If you have a product that you can offer subscriptions, and then offer access for exclusive digital content or licenses, and even options to incorporate digital products in the business. So those are some tips that you could also suggest, diba? So for your clients in the future. So, I have this sample website, the zoroclothing.com. It's a test website. So, you could also open on my end. So, I think you could also join me now. Like, I would like to know your thoughts about this website, zoroclothing.com. So, this is a sample website. So, as you can see, we will do a quick site audit of what could be improved for our website. So, of course, this is a Shopify website. As you can see, for this website, there already the button, or assume this is the logo. But as you can see, to improve, the navigation can be improved by adding more about detailed collection. Hindi yung shop lang and then product variation and then cart check na. Parang this is very unnecessary. Like, you could also, yeah, another way is by also for to enhance the SEO is pwede magkaroon ng blog section, like, and then enrich the contents through blogging about the product, and then of course contact page. Necessary naman yung contact page, like in every website naman may contact page. Yeah, as you can see, ito yung sinasabi ko. Commonly, yung mga shop now or call to action ngayon nasa gitna. So, it's hindi siya pwede na kalat-kalat, like there are call to action left and right. As much as possible, this call to action is also flexible even on mobile view. And also, as you can see, if you do a logo for the website, dapat din flexible din yung logo in any, kahit saang, for any views, like for mobile, dapat as long as possible, the logo should be mobile friendly as well. Ayun, dapat yung buttons din for navigation, dapat mobile friendly din. So, it's another thing that you will check. Ayun. As for the next section naman, commonly, yeah, pwede rin naman na may mga slideshow, as long as the slideshows are very relevant for the brand, and also as much as possible contain lifestyle images, commonly sa clothing industry. Next tayo is, as for the section about the products, uh, I think this could be improved na parang welcome to urban style lang diretso, or uh, mas powerful pa na tagline, that can, of course, depende din sa kung ano yung branding ng website. And then improve this wordings, like, yun nga, our products are inspired by the people and world around us, beautiful, high, medyo ano to, vague na yung description. Ayun. As you can see, Etong about sa collection, it could be another part here that contains all the albums of the collection. But easier if they also have a collection. The collection is also part of the navigation here. And then nauuso na rin yung mga sticky menu. If when we speak about sticky menu, si menu, ay i-scroll down natin, andito pa rin yung menu. And of course, yeah, commonly featured product. Ang mga nilalagay sa featured product po, commonly kung ano yung bestseller. So, it is applicable for, except example, if you are a VA for for a store na medyo matagal na, you can check in the data, ano yung mga bestseller na products, and then you could put this on the website as a featured product. And then, subscribe to our list, of course, commonly footer na yun, etc. So, that's a quick on how to it's a quick view on how to do site audits. Commonly, ang site audits ginagawa siya sa mga interviews. Pwede kayo magpakitang gilas na gano'n. Kasi commonly tinatanong yan ng mga clients sa interview, like how are you going to enhance or how are you going to improve the product as per the current conversions. So, let me know in chat, I guess. Ano yung mga I think if there are questions, if there are also your thoughts about how are you going to improve the descriptions of the for this website. I think you could share this eventually in our Q&A na din on what is your idea on how are you going to do site audits? Ano yung mga dapat na improvements on your perspective? Like how will me para sa inyo as a customer point of view, what will make the brand, paano ka makakabili sa product na yon? Ano yung magi-stand out for that brand that it will be unique, ay bibili ako dito. Ganun. So, commonly, that's the commonly asked uh, question as well. Especially, actually sa job description pa lang eh. May mga encounter kayo na job description na you are being asked to conduct a site audit first about their website. So, it's not that homepage. Commonly, ang sinasite audit lang is homepage and then yung product page each siya. So, kapag sa product page, at collection pupuntahan natin. Pero sa loob other ng collection din may product pages. Ayan. Pero for this test website, ano naman, homepage lang yung ginawa niya. Ayun. I think we can proceed now with the next topic. Para so we have time, still have time for the Q&A. I'll go back with my slide and let's now jump with the portfolio building. So why is it important? It's important to build trust and credibility with potential clients. Second one, to demonstrate practical abilities and skills beyond just a resume. So this is to answer the question din na paano kapag wala kang job experience. You can do you can do samples. You can do samples like product listing, sample websites, sample demo websites. For Shopify, there is an option to do, so just sign up with Shopify developer, and then for you to be a website like that, na ano lang, demo website. And then it is because it is important na magkaroon na malagay mo yung skills because it is a visual appreciation of the abilities of what you can offer. So sample contents as ito na. Number one is before and after, like show improvement, especially for product listing, for designs and marketing campaigns, especially dun sa mga graphic artists. Second one is showcase write your writing skills, especially sa mga product descriptions, and then sa mga email marketing. Third one is mock store projects, like demonstrate a bit to set up and manage online store. Another one is social media management skills for those into social media. Like you can do content samples and then indicate na ano yung mga yung mga data nung post na yon, like how is viral, or for those who are into ads, ano yung mga how many percentage yung na-convert mo. And the next is for the data entry, how to demonstrate the data management abilities. Commonly, dito na lang pinapakita yung mga screenshots na more on about sa conversions. And then, from that, uh, more on ang tanungan sa interview is how, as a VA, paano mo na-improve yung conversion na yun? For example, do did you check another social media ba? Like, did you enhance another social media channel? Um, for example, sa US, 'di ba, nawala yung TikTok Shop. Like, after na nawala yung TikTok Shop, ano yung mga iba pang iba pang social media na ni-utilize mo? Kasi nung nawala yung TikTok Shop, for example, marami na yung now as I observed, marami na yung nag-venture more on sa Facebook. Like, they are doing more improvements na, especially sa Reels. Another thing is they also checking also Pinterest. And then if you have relevant certification or trainings, kahit sa mga libreng training school, training, like for example, marami naman sa Udemy. And also, aside from Udemy, I think Helium 10 is also has a pre-training that you can utilize for product research. You can also check with it. And also PPC. So, marami din namang sources din sa, actually kahit sa LinkedIn, when once you search about e-commerce, may mga tradings about din doon. At kahit sa mga insight na LinkedIn groups. As for the portfolio creation strategies, you can use free portfolio websites like Google Sites, Behance. And you can also create a simple website like Instructingly and Wix. You can also organize your work samples in a Google Drive folder, create PDF portfolio. It's also better. So for example, if there is a client who require you to present your work to a portfolio, you can also do that. And then build portfolio in freelance platforms. Of course, the two most in demand now is the Upwork and Online Job.ph. So you can also utilize those freelance platforms as much as possible, and also enhance your social media and join VA groups. Like, of course, VA Me Philippines, etc. And then agencies. Ayun. Marami namang din. Marami kayong tatanungan na marami pa kayong makikilalang VAs then who are also willing to share their learnings. And to stand out from the crowd, here is my tips. It's more on the a clear and professional headshots, compelling headline. I will give you example later. Detailed description and show sample portfolio. As much as possible, also gather positive reviews and do use keyword optimization, especially ito relevant sa Upwork and LinkedIn. So this is a sample profile of mine in Upwork. Yeah. So yeah. So this is how I write my profile. Like, I put e-commerce operations manager, Amazon Shopify account manager, or pwede yung store manager. So my offering is about, as I mentioned, pakilala ni Miss Blessing kanina, it's more on streamlining operation, simplify Shopify, Amazon, and even Etsy store management. You can highlight your uh, your s- your top skills and your certifications, as well as the portfolio. This is how I show my portfolio, just to give you tips. Like, I also put are the ones that I work with, and also the tools that I commonly use or I'm proficient. And yun na yun. So that's my Upwork tip. And then as for my you can also check my website at ronaldconstant@mystrikingly.com. There is a free of there is a freebie on that website that you could just sign up. And then if you want, let's connect to my social media channels. I am in Facebook, and also if LinkedIn. My name is Rona Constanta. Yun lang din. Kasi I'm also now in under what, if you are also passionate kind na not just in freelancing. Like if you want to do free diving or so after, yeah. I also have that kind of interest as well. So yeah, that's my social media if you want to connect with me or even you have just random questions after this talk. Ayun. I think we can now proceed with the Q&A. Ayan. Thank you so much,
Yes.
guys.
Gusto ko yung hindi lang basta sa freelancing, may pa free diving din si Ma. Love
Oo,
it.
kasi if they want also, kasi yung mga pair na, alam ni, ano yan, alam ni Miss Glenna.
Wow.
May baka may makita kayong mga photos ko na nagme-mermaiding. Oh,
Love
kasi hindi
it.
lang ako puro work. Yeah, yeah, but
Oo.
I think, yeah, it's very important, guys. As what I also learned in the industry, you have also life outside your laptop. Everyone,
Agree.
'di ba? So,
Agree ako
so
dyan.
it's yeah. So I think yeah, we can now proceed with the Q&A.
Alright,
I'll just
let's
ask.
go. Ayan, pili ka na lang, ma'am, if you want to, or you want us to choose for you.
Yeah, choose na lang for yun. Dami pala eh. Pagtingin ko 450 to hindi ko nabasa. Sorry na.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions here. Sige, simulan natin dito sa sa pinaka-recent na nagtanong. Ayan, from Roan Tanya Gras, how does an e-commerce VA handle product listings effectively across multiple platforms? Yan.
Okay. Commonly, as for the listings, it's more on halos pare-pareho yung perspective niya. You have to remember this. Emotions drive conversions. You have
Mm.
to, the first thing is whenever you're writing description is more on what makes the product really stand out. Hindi pwede yung kuha ka sa ChatGPT ng something big. Ano ba lahat soft? Hindi pa rin ganun, guys. Just putting
Yes.
your humor, but it's really like that. You have to conceptualize of something unique about the product. Hindi pwedeng, marami na yung naka-display na memory pillow, gagayahin mo pa yun.
Mm.
You have to think of side of something unique of what is your competitive advantage of the product. You really need to think about it. Eventually, your client will ask, may mga ganitong kliyente na nagtatanong, what are things they need to develop? Ano pa yung made-develop? Especially if the product is if mga private labeling, yung mga manufacture pa nila. Ano pa yung made-develop pa nila? Ano pa yung pwede pang ma-add na feature na tingin mo in demand or um, tingin mo on your perspective na bibilhin mo to as kung consumer ka. So,
Mm.
you have to consider this. Another thing that you need to consider in product listing is the frequently asked question that you could also add to your product listing.
Ayan.
Yeah. I hope I answered the question for you.
Ayan. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your
Thank
question
you.
also, Roanne. Ayan. Another question from Ma'am Maria Cristina de la Cruz. Do we process refund replacements and returns in Shopify as a VA?
Yes.
Ayan.
Pero commonly, eto, depende rin sa scope of work. It's very important, guys, that before you also agreeing for any offer that with you should confirm what is your scope of work or your roles and responsibilities, R&R yun. So, and there are times that it's really part of your job, especially if you're a store management, you will review kung ano yung mga question nila or mga refunds or another thing na you can also have system with someone who is also inside kapag seller, may tao pa dun sa fulfillment center. Syempre, kailangan magka-work kayo nun eh. So, how are you going to inform to, yung tao niya dun na merong i-refund? So,
Mm.
kailangan may system kayo dun. So,
Mm.
it's very important that, yeah, you have to have a clear role and responsibilities or strategy for those who are also in this field. Like, very communications is the key.
Yes, agree. Ayan. Thank you, Ma'am Rona,
Yeah.
for that answer. And thank you for the question, Ma'am Cristina de la Cruz. I hope nasagot. Another question, since we're talking about the roles and responsibilities po, we have question from Cheryl Ann L. Alisbo. Sabi niya, product lister, yun lang po ginagawa? And pwede din ba sila as graphic artist? Speaking of roles.
Yes. Yes! Actually, maraming if you would like to offer parang all-in-one ka na, the
Mm-mm.
graphic artist, EPC ka na, and nag-enhance ka ng brand content, and also, you're also do copywriting, you can also offer that. Like I do have some people that I know in the industry who also offers all in one. Like creatives na talaga yung ino-offer nila for product listing. You can also do that per parang ang usapan nyo per deliverables o per listing na. That's why especially commonly it depend ang e-com for listing lalo na pag magpapasko. Maraming
Ayun.
ganyan. Marami silang help needed for that. So yeah, it's a good tip of course.
Ayun. Thank you, ma'am. And thank you also, Cheryl Ann, for the question. May question pa ba tayo dyan, Clarice?
Actually, iba ano na eh. Vain question. Pero
Oo.
meron dito si Rama ba yun? Dapat meron pong FAQ ang website? Yun ang sabi niya.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, dapat may FFQ talaga. May frequently asked. I think ito na yung sa ano, 'di ba? Site audit tayo. Yeah. Yeah, good.
Ayan. Ito po, from Donnie Roy, sabi niya, OAS po ako. Ano pong tips para makahanap ng good deals? Yan sabi niya.
Good deals. For example, ako ang na-experience ko po is commonly sinasamantala ko yung naalala niyo yung uh, Black Fridays.
Mm.
Tumaimin kayo nun. If you, pag mag-holiday, yung mga Black Friday, yung mga promo, I think ngayon sa
Mm.
US, magi-spring na. So, kapag online arbitrage ka, I think if you hear this, you are very known, alam na alam mo na kung ano yung season sa US.
Mm.
Kung kailan may sale, Halloween, ano, kailangan may
Yes.
kalendaryo ka nun. Second
Timingan.
one, timingan. Timingan, ayun nga, na-share ko na kanina to during my presentation. Use Google My Business, find other retailers that are near to your, near sa store ng client or near sa client mo. And then, at least it kind of helpful at least to minimize the shipping costs or fulfillment costs. You can also do that. Another thing is the struggle, of course, with online. Try to find tips in social media. Like for example, marami nagpo-post ng top 10 trending products.
Mhm.
Sundan nyo yun. Kasi karamitan may mga ano yun eh, may mga ino-offer din yung mga influencer kung saan nilang link pinurchase eh. So, I hope I gave you right those
Ayun.
those top 3 tips, yeah.
Mm. Actually, strategy na rin yan. At saka, i-take note nyo talaga yung mga strategies na yan. Timingan talaga. Ayun. Another question, ma'am, from ay, asan na, nawala. Umangat agad. Ayun. From Roan Tanyagras again, sabi niya, pwede rin po bang mag-add ng seasonal campaign sa collection page? Yan ang niya, question.
Oh, yes. As per my experience naman, sa seasonal campaigns kasi, ito na yung mga ni-utilize. For example, if commonly sa mga clothing, syempre, di ba? I-update nyo yun, guys. For example, kung sa
Mm.
summer na o spring na, tatanggalin nyo na sa harapan yung mga jacket.
Mga winter.
Diba? Pero kung ang product, actually, kung ang product ng client to evergreen naman, you don't need to much consider the seasonal. But of course, you need to check the product offerings of your client. Kung ano
Mm.
yung pinaka-seasonal. Kung seasonal ba talaga or hindi naman masyado. Very important yun.
Ayan. Another question from Ma'am Mylene Ruth Puerto. Sabi niya, best tips daw po for conversion rate. Yan.
Marami. Even mga social media, alam to eh. 'Di ba? For
Mm.
example, for conversion rate, it's more on, I think, optimization, social media optimization talaga. If you have a partner that is really best as for media buying or advertising, commonly naman sa isang team naman ng e-commerce, mga e-commerce VAs, may kanya-kanyang forte yan. Like for example, there is one who is account management. The other one is more on sa social media and promotions yung hawak. Third one is yung graphic designing. Kadalasan tatlong team yan or apat. It's more on what you need to do for conversion. Ito na yung pumapasok yung timingan. Kailangan may kalendaryo talaga kayo ng holiday.
Yes.
Holidays, second one, aside from that kalendaryo, ano yung, eto na papasok yung marketing and promotion team ninyo. na ano na naman from that kalendaryo, anong ipopromote na naman natin? Anong sale na
Mm-mm.
naman natin? So, as for how to identify the best sale, kung 25, 30, 40, it's more on check what is the current trend, what is the competitive advantage that you think for the brand. There are times na, for example, kung Black Friday na, katulad ng bago mag-season, saka mag-all out yan. Kung ang mga competitor ng brand nyo, nakikita na naka 40% or 50% nila siya, kadadalasan, tinatimingan din na magpo 40 or 50. But you need to adjust the price really well na hindi malulugi ang client. But you need to appear, pero yun ba, mag-adjust ka ng price na 40-50% siya sa labas, pero yun lang yung appearance sa outer sa ano niya labas. But the thing is, it's really halos same price lang din or halos konting discount lang din kasi you need to consider na hindi malulugi si client mo whenever you're suggesting a sale. You
Mm-mm.
need, as I mentioned, as much as possible in a brand, don't need to as much compete with the price. You need to compete with the value in order that your seller is makapag-sale siya sustainably. Hindi naman pwede syempre na kumikita lang every sale. Hindi pwedeng gano'n.
Yes. Ayan. I hope nasagot po ang question, Ma'am Mylene. Ayan. Guys, go on. Type in your answer. Siguro top 3. Kasi, para masagot natin lahat ng questions nyo din. Ayan. And it's also time check, 2:58 p.m. na, guys. And kung nabitin kayo, of course, kung may mga maaalala kayong tanong, kasi minsan magsisingit pa lang yan after eh. Ayan,
Yeah.
pwedeng tanong nyo siya dun sa webinar replay natin on our YouTube channel or even sa mga ibang social media platform namin on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. Type nyo lang doon, i-comment nyo lang, and we will try our best to answer all of your questions. So I think nasagot na po lahat yung questions on the Q&A, and also we're also checking the time. So guys, come on, bigyan naman natin ng maraming heart applause and celebrate ang ating guest speaker for today na nagbigay ng time, all of her knowledge about e-commerce. So thank you so much, Ma'am Rona Constante. Come on, guys!
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, VAME Philippines, for the invite. Thank you, Miss Blessy, for the wonderful hosting, and everyone here. Yeah, thank you so much. I
Ayan.
really appreciate my time here.
Thank you po. And again, follow nyo lang si Ma'am sa kanyang socials if you want. Ayan, kanina na-flash na ni Ma'am yung kanyang socials. And ayan, so let's wrap it up. Clarice?
Ayun ma'am, sa mga kanina pang umpisa pa lang ng webinar no nanghihingi na ng certificate. Ayan, meron na tayong fill out form sa natin sa tab. So if hindi nyo ma-access yung link ng attendance natin, i-message nyo kami on Facebook with your full name, email address, and screenshot na umattend kayo so we can validate. Ayun po, ulitin lang namin. So, matagal po na nandyan yung link. So, ang daming nagdadahilan na wala daw yung link. So, the entire end of our webinar, nandyan lang po siya. Hindi po siya nawawala. I-check niyo po yung chat box namin. Hindi sa Q&A tab, kundi sa chat box namin for announcements. And again, if hindi nyo ma-access yung link, send na kayo ngayon. Within today lang yung full name nyo, email address, and screenshot ng details nyo, screenshot nitong webinar natin. And also follow us on our social media platforms. We have Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, may LinkedIn na rin, and
Yes.
also meron tayong FB groups. So, yun po.
Ayun, pa-like, pa-follow, pa-subscribe. Thank you, guys. And sa mga gusto mag-join sa ating photo op, pa-raise ng hands and we will promote you. Pindutin nyo lang dyan yung raise ng hands at picture-picture tayo. Pa-souvenir na rin sa ating guest speaker, Ma'am Rona. Go, guys. Pa-raise ng hands, picture tayo. And while we're promoting others na mag-join dito sa panel para sa picture, Ma'am Rona, pwedeng makahingi ng konting, words of motivation and encouragement, especially sa mga aspiring, sa mga beginners po, ay yun po. Ano pong maipapayo nyo, ma'am?
As for the aspiring, continue to try. I mean, you will eventually find what is the best industry or best niche for you. Just try to start whatever you currently skill have. For example, if you're good with writing, you can eventually venture with copywriting and, of course, product listing. If you're good with graphic designing, you can also do graphics na. as much as
Mm.
possible, just continue build your portfolio. You do not necessarily have experience at CAD. You can apply. Of course, lahat kami nag-start ng walang experience, guys. Hello.
Yes.
Yun ang importante. But you just have to start with something to start with. It's very important in the industry. Thank you.